Stoichkov is the latest icon to receive a World Cup Icon SBC, and in this video today we're going to discuss the icon and decide if he's an item worth completing the SBC for. Now, he comes with a 630k price tag, so he's certainly not cheap. So let's talk about his in-game performance before discussing if he is worth that price tag. Let's begin by talking about a massive positive for this card, his left foot. It is absolutely insane and rarely ever misses. Whether it's a trivela shot, finesse, power, low driven, whatever it is, with his left foot, he was absolutely clinical. The right, however, was a little bit disappointing and only really delivered consistent finishes with the power and low driven shots. So if you can, try and always go off of his left foot when it comes to shooting, and that way you're going to have much more success. In FIFA 23, traits can be really useful, especially in an attacker. The finesse shot and outside the foot shot traits are really useful, but sadly Stoichkov doesn't have either of them. The chem style we used for this review was engine, as we wanted to boost the pace and the passing a little bit as well. Now, mentioning the chem style was important because obviously chem styles can affect accelerate types on next gen, which is where this review was done. So with an artist or a finisher, he is explosive, but with every other chem style, he is controlled. And in game, you did kind of feel that. From a standstill, you could feel that the controlled accelerate type did hold him back a little bit when first attempting a sprint. So in regards to his acceleration, we've got to be honest, it didn't feel that great, but once he got to his max speed and hit his stride and got into his sprint speed, he actually felt really quick once he got going. We found the dribbling on this card overall to be interesting. That's probably the best way to describe it. Left stick dribbling was really responsive and he can pretty much turn on a spot with ease, but then the touch out from that turn was a little bit sluggish. So with all that being said, we've got to make a decision. Is this card worth picking up or not? Is it a cop or is it a flop? And ultimately, we're going to go with it being a flop. You can pick up a card like the 92 rated Salah, who is going to be pretty much exactly the same stats wise, but he's going to cost you half the price, and that price difference is pretty big. The 4-star weak foot on this card versus the other Stoichkov items is definitely an improvement, and it maybe is something worth paying extra for, but we're not quite sure that it's worth paying 300k extra for. If you want to see a more in-depth review on this item, check out the link in the description or just head over to the Futbin website.